Hey, single parents, I see you. I know how hard it is for you to feel the burden of raising your children on your own. It is such a colossal responsibility. I feel you. I have gone through single parenting at so many stages of my own life where my other co parent wasn't in the country, wasn't around. And the tremendous responsibility that we feel as single parents is off the charts. I mean, few people can really understand how burdensome it is. On this week's episode of my podcast, Parenting and You with Dr. Shefali, I am all over co parenting, single parenting, divorce, and feeling anxious about our children's future. Listen to what this parent had to say. I know all of us single parents, divorced parents will relate with what she said to me.
Well, it is a devastating life event, right? It's something you don't imagine or dream of happening. And thankfully, my soon to be ex husband and I are amicable and we co parent really well. But I think the part that's really difficult for me is now not having a partner in the house and my son getting older. And I have these like anxieties about my son's future, about Diego's future, because he does need quite a bit of support one-on-one for the rest of his life. So now I'm by myself as a single parent, mostly with him. He does go with his father during the weekends, but now I am trying to navigate this by myself and increasingly more fearful about his future and me not being able to be there when I'm not on this planet anymore.
So this mother is going through so much. She has a son who's neurodivergent, who's dependent on her. She's a single parent. She's adjusting to the shock of being the only parent in the house. She's projecting into the future what will happen to my child when I die. Listen, all of us can relate with her story. You should check out this week's episode. Type the word follow. I will send it to you. So many raw emotions. The second parent in this episode was bawling. A man just going through so much pain and anguish, not knowing how to handle his relationship with his ex-partner. This episode really touched me raw and deep. We all want the best for our children, but life sometimes throws twists and turns. So how do we tame our mind? How do we consolidate our power and claim our, worthiness so that we don't fall through the cracks? Life can be overwhelming. Life can be stressful and anxiety riddled, especially when we have children, especially when we're going through a divorce and are single and managing so many overwhelming complex emotions. But there is a way to navigate. There is a way to walk the path of a higher consciousness. It does require a lot of presence and mindfulness. And that is what I teach in this week's episode. Type the word follow. We will send it to you. This episode goes through a lot of emotions. Every human on the planet will relate because we have all been through hard times and we all share the same concerns about our children's future, what will happen to them when we die. Listen to what I say to these parents and maybe you can relate. I cannot wait to hear your feedback to this week's episode. Type the word follow. We will send it to you.